Good morning. So I am Steve Demetriou, Chair and CEO of Jacobs, and I'm specifically a member of Business Roundtable's Infrastructure Committee. And from a Jacobs standpoint, we're a 50,000-person global company, professional services, solving complex global infrastructure challenges for both governments and businesses, and specifically delivering creative, innovative solutions to drive a connected and sustainable world. I'm really proud to be here today on behalf of both Jacobs and all the CEOs that are members of the Business Roundtable, and to specifically be here with all of you, colleagues, partners, regulators, stakeholders, who understand the tremendous value of modernizing America's infrastructure for our economy and society. For decades, America set the gold standard when it came to creating infrastructure that changed the face of our nation. You know how America led the modernization of industrial manufacturing back in the beginning of the 20th century, expanding our nation, fueling mobility through the building of our national rail and highway system. More recently, we leveraged computer technology, innovation, our entrepreneurial spirit to create a fundamentally new digital economy. Now, artificial intelligence, machine learning, 5G, and autonomous vehicles are setting the stage for the future. Yet, while we all see the tangible benefits in our daily lives, our national commitment to infrastructure spending has dimmed. Since 2003, United States public investment in infrastructure has fallen. 44% of our American roads are in poor or mediocre condition. 23% of our bridges are structurally deficient or functionally obsolete. Because of our inadequate infrastructure, businesses incur nearly $27 billion in unnecessary transportation costs every year. Due to research and reports from the Business Roundtable, the American Society of Civil Engineers, and a whole host of other agencies and organizations, we know about all these extraordinary costs of this inaction. And what's amazing about all that is the majority of the American people support additional infrastructure spending. New polling by Bipartisan Policy Center and Business Roundtable reinforces the public's desire for Congress to take action. 78% support the federal government increasing its spending on transportation infrastructure. Citizens and businesses are frustrated, not just by the burdens and inefficiencies created by poor roads, bridges, highways, airports, and water systems, but frustrated by the lack of bipartisan support for infrastructure and the failure to generate the compromise that our country requires. It's time to shift the discussion and talk about the opportunity in front of us, to talk about what it means to invest, to bring our nation's infrastructure back to a state of good repair, to expand it to meet the needs of today, and to build the foundation for creating an infrastructure system that's flexible and adaptive to meet the needs of tomorrow, accommodating new technology to address safety and sustainability well into the future. That discussion starts today with the Business Roundtable. The Business Roundtable is an association of CEOs of America's leading companies who work together to stimulate economic growth and opportunities for all Americans. I'm proud to be a member of the Roundtable's Infrastructure Committee, and recently we published an economic study outlining the tangible returns of investing in our nation's infrastructure. The bottom line, modernizing our infrastructure, our highways, bridges, airports, and waterways will bring big returns for all Americans. Every additional dollar in infrastructure will return roughly $3.70 of additional economic growth over the next 20 years. That's nearly a 4-to-1 ratio of return on investment. That's a strong return in any business or any market. It equates to an increase in our country's GDP of nearly $6 trillion over the next 2 decades, spurring tremendous economic growth. And it also translates into strong returns for American people. Workers will see more and better job opportunities with more than 1 million new jobs over the next decade. Americans will see higher wages, families will enjoy higher household incomes. The average American household will gain an additional $1,400 in disposable income every year, for an increase of more than $28,000 over 20 years. Every single state in America will gain, delivering benefits across economic sectors from farming and insurance to mining and manufacturing. And we're seeing some encouraging movement in Congress lately, with President Trump and the congressional Democrats talking about putting together a massive infrastructure package for our country. We believe that policymakers should focus on shoring up public trust funds, unlocking and incentivizing private investment, and streamlining permitting processes for infrastructure projects. A solution for infrastructure should enhance, not weaken, other policies that contribute to strong, sustained economic growth. In the case of America's infrastructure, we need to take action now. We must get America back in the business of investing in efficient, modern, and productive infrastructure. Infrastructure that improves our economies, our communities, and our quality of life. So let's do it together. Let's do it now. Thank you.